on the Heel Turn Facebook. This is James, the Beard. However you know me, I'm a little light on beard after a little bit of a costume change for our murder mystery last night. But we just wanted to do a little wrap up here and say thank you to everybody that has participated and helped out for Known World United. We've been streaming since 1 p.m. On Friday, and we've played, I think, over 55 hours of games. We've got one going on right now. You can check it out over at twitch.tv slash antagonist relations. That's run by our good friend Zach Schwartz, who is really instrumental in putting everything together. Yeah, so you can see King Ginger's over there playing right now, his lovely wife Cassandra, Killer Cassie, and Zach running that out. So they're playing Poptown Mall, fiasco game, and you can stop by. So we're just gonna be hanging out for a little while. We're really close to reaching our extended goal, which we wanted to shoot for $10,000 this year, and we hit that. So we said let's go big. Thanks to all of our fundraisers that got us there. Um, and we are at $14,482. We've got a lot of roster members that are very close to reaching their goals. So we thought, hey, let's have one last fundraising hullabaloo here. So we're going to hang out, chat, talk about the weekend, maybe play some Jackbox games if people are up for it, and we'll see what happens. But it was really fantastic to get together every year. This is the 7th year that we've been doing it. I believe, with as much as we've raised this year, are just about to, let's see, I believe we've passed our $50,000 over the last 7 years goal. And yeah, I mean, we couldn't be kind of more pleased to have that happen. It's pretty amazing to get together with all of our friends every year and do this. So again, Gillette's Children's Specialty Healthcare that provides healthcare services, treatment, medication to kids and their families, help support them kind of go through when patches are a little rough. It's been fantastic. And Gillette's is so amazing every year to really interact and boost our signal. And it's been really fun to do this last couple of years. I kind of foisted this upon my friend Ben about 7 years ago, revealed it on the Heel Turn podcast as we were sitting around thinking about how we could do what we wanted to do for wrestling with other groups, right? Try to amplify that voice. So it's really cool to be able to 7 years later do this. Give so it stops hurting the kids. Thank you, Ben. It's so, and Ben, like I said, Ben is playing right now, so he is literally kind of actively multitasking, which I think for any game master is a challenge after this much gaming. Sometimes the wires just don't connect. But it's been 7 great years. We've had, I think, over 40 different people that have participated playing games. Yeah, Ben's got to go to the mall with Zach now. If you want to check that out, certainly, I mean, hang out with me if you'd like, but otherwise go to Antagonist Relations. You can check it out and see everything that's going on over there. Yeah, let them know, Coach. Joel has been fantastic. If you've seen any of the art that we've been using or that I've been using in particular, know that is Joel Vollmer, who absolutely does the most fantastic work. To be able to continue to work with him or play games with him is like, before I met Joel, playing games with my brother. There's this great inventiveness, and then just watching characters come to life as they effortlessly draw along is the most amazing thing in the world. So thanks to Joel, and thanks to everybody else that kind of makes that go. if you want to keep this kind of energy going all year round, reach out to all the people that are doing this work, because they're really kind of making manifest all of these kind of dreams and worlds that we have all year long. And one of the reasons why this last year we want to change gears a bit with Extra Life and with Known World United was so we could keep people involved in games. So Ben ran a number of different Star Wars powered by the Apocalypse trilogies. He and I both ran down in Outlands. Our friend Michael Erler, aka Silverback, who ran a great D&D session here and last year, runs a regular game every Wednesday um, for um, for a Mass Effect D&D skin, fifth edition, and we couldn't do it without everybody running these kind of all year round. So it's cool to be able to connect with folks once a year, and it's lovely to have these kind of one shot opportunities as we kind of go along. So I'm just kind of rambling right now, but I think that we're going to be joined by some folks that have played in games. Hop on and just talk a little bit as we're kind of counting down to everything. And it's pretty, it's pretty important to us. That we can kind of reach out to members of our community and see kind of everything that's going on. So um, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to chat here with everybody. New Money Matt Lind, Danny Lind, just like absolute salt of the earth. If you're watching this from Heel Turn, you know that enhancement talent folks are just the greatest people. And Matt participated in the last Powered by the Apocalypse trilogy, and then came back and was kind of instrumental in being one of our members tonight in Ben's game. So it's been a lot of fun to kind of see all of that and get to know Matt and Danny, and for them to join our fundraising team. Other new folks this year. Uh, Matt DeRose, who hopped in and did an amazing 12-hour marathon stream yesterday, playing Call of Duty, and some on Friday night as well. Just amazing. Um, to highlight somebody else, whoop, I'm up here. Joel said tomorrow he's going to be drawing the Flesh Golem on Twitch until it starts. People can donate $5 to or more to select either horror or flirty pinup. Be sure to note which option you choose on the donation. Most votes win. So if you want to do that, you can go over and you can donate to Joel by going to our fundraising page, Known World United 2021. If you click that link right here, boop, you can go and select a donation to Joel. And yeah, everybody that raised funds, it's hard. The donation site right now is like moving so slow. Trying to keep up with everybody is a chore, but I think more people reach their goal this year than any other year, which is just really really amazing. I think some people, including myself, set my goal, kind of conservatively and blew it away, and then extended it. Some people kind of shot for the moon and have raised just a ton of money. But I think if we could get as many people to their goals as possible, it'd be fantastic. I know that Zach, who's streaming now over on Antagonist Relations, he's only $125 away from his goal. So if you have it, spend it. I started trying to do 30-30 because I love Del the Funky Homo Sapien, and I cited the last couple years I've set it conservatively as the amount the year was 2020 2019. Went 30-30 this year and hit it. So I raised mine to more than I'd ever raised before. My brother, who in his second year of being part of the fundraising team, but having played with us before, did a 24-hour live stream on his channel. Certainly check out everything that he's doing, twitch.tv/Dave Wonder. Also, go and check out and subscribe to his YouTube page. He does regular streams on there every Monday and Wednesday, and is one half with Matt Lind of the Tiny Meng Tuesday uh, um, Sherpas. I don't know, stewards, along with Your King Ginger. So um, you can check out at any time our fundraising page. Go in, see kind of all of the amazing work and all of the efforts that people put in. The games this year were just absolutely crazy. It's amazing to think kind of how far we've come from our very first year, when we raised, I think, gosh, the first year we raised a total of 2,000 no, $3,308. And if you look at our totals for this year, we have a couple people that raised more than that on their own. So I mean, just a tremendous amount of effort, and it's really special to be able to share all of these games with everybody. It's pretty unreal to think that we've gone from raising $3,000, which we thought was a lot, to raising five times that. And really, we have five times the people that have gotten involved. We had more people running games this year, I think, than any other year, and we had more. A kind of a larger variety of games than we've had in previous years. It's been amazing to see what that looks like, and who it attracts, because I think that we all have our favorite games or games we feel really comfortable playing, and then we have games that are sometimes a little outside of our comfort zone. But this year, in addition to D&D, we had the return of the Aliens RPG that Zach ran. We had people streaming video games, Minecraft, Call of Duty, Jackbox party games. We had a superhero support group game. We had a Battle of the Bands dynamic game. Played Henshin, which is like Power Rangers. Had a Zoom murder mystery for the first time that Christy helped curate and was absolutely a hoot. You didn't know who the murderer was, even if you were the murderer, and turns out I was the murderer. Oops a daisy. But just absolutely crazy. We were all in costume and just had an absolute ball. I think that there was 11 of us. And those are the cool things that we can try out, and I think that we can bring more people in the fold by having them join in and be attracted by different games. Uh, and Colin, I would be I would be remiss if I didn't thank Colin Eustace for running an amazing labyrinth game this morning, with a lot of people that love that kind of world created by Jim Henson, as well as our annual Tales from the Loop game, which ran last night. So yeah, all of that, plus Snakes on a Mother Loving Plane. So um, you really can't do too much more to kind of thank everybody for that. And the amount of donations that the team has received is just, it's really tough to kind of put into words how how thankful we are that we can all get together and play these games and raise funds. Right? Not everybody's going to run a marathon. Not everybody's going to sell pizzas or kind of all the other fundraising things. But getting a chance, like it says in the logo, games with friends for a cause. You can't ask for too much more than that. So if you have it in you to hang out with me while we get these last donations in over the next couple of hours. If you have the wherewithal to share any of the posts, go to facebook.com/known world united. Share out, a little bit. Say something if you watched a game and you loved it. Please, share that out. If you have suggestions for other games that we could play, please, get that, share it out. Or if you just want to keep in contact with us throughout the year, We are actively playing, I think, 4 regular games on the Known World United stream. We have multiple heel turn radio things going on, have a lot of guests coming up. We're really excited. When we were doing our Pete Huge memorial show for the second show of Pete Tober, had Wayne McCarty come on, who's a longtime photographer here on the Minnesota scene for wrestling, and mentioned that always wanted to have Midwest Ground and Air, Nate Bash and Ben Saylor on, and he was like, "Yeah, we can make that happen," and we did. So we're gonna have Midwest Ground, Air, and Camera on with Wayne in December. So if there's folks you want to see, if you're a kind of old school fan, you'd love to see some of the folks that are around in the 90s, 2000s, or that are still on the scene today, let us know. If you'd like us to, think about different content that we haven't done before, we're always up to play new games, to talk to new people, and to, as always, every November, take this kind of extra hour that happens with daylight savings time, and hopefully get some extra life out into the world. Um, all of these funds are tax deductible. The gifts are tax deductible. They go directly to a Children's Miracle Network hospital of our choosing, and we have that money coming right back into our community here in St. Paul. So um, it's amazing to hear as we do this every year how many people reach out and say, "Hey, I had a kid that was treated at Gillette's, or when I was growing up, I had kind of fundraising or other things like this support my healing or support my family while we were trying to heal." It shouldn't have to be this way, right? We shouldn't have to GoFundMe to make sure that kids can be healthy. But like my lovely mother always says, I give every year because I'm real thankful that I had, 2 healthy kids, and we're fortunate for that, but we also know that there's a lot of people out there dealing with a lot of medical expenses and a lot of support that's needed that just isn't there in our current system. And so it's really cool to be able to do this every year. So we really really appreciate it. um, Thought maybe while we're waiting for some folks to jump in, we could just check out kind of everything that's going on from this year, um, and also, I think that while we might not want to listen in per se, I do think that we could have the antagonist relations fiasco game going on the side, so you guys can follow along on the craziness that is fiasco here. Um, yeah, maybe I'll pop that up. So games ongoing right now. You can see Zach is hanging out with King Ginger, with Lady Christie, on with Chris. I didn't know. Is that Chris? Oh man, no, I can't tell. I think that's Chris Grant. Um, anyway, there's people that we had the opportunity to kind of play with from year to year, and we haven't always been able to sync up. So it's nice to see folks that I didn't get a chance to play with this year, but are hanging out. So. Like you can see, Zach is at 92% of his goal. We'd love to get him there more than anything. I think that he puts in so much amazing work going through, even taking donations to wax his mustache into a villainous curl, and speaking in Susie and sing song for the Lich that stole Christmas this morning. There's so many people on this team that do so much weird stuff to raise funds. So many kind of amazing things. So um, we did like some unboxings. I got up real early on Saturday morning as part of Dave's stream to talk toys and have a couple remnants of that around. Talked about some of our favorite figures, Ben Grimm, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing. Did some unboxing of some things that my brother found for me. One of them being this absolutely amazing Appa from the Last Airbender, and look how happy he is to see you. Hey. Um, so it's been a little bit of an expansion this year. Dave's stream 24 hours, unbelievable. Matt's stream 12 hours, just unbelievable, and really reminds me of everything that we had going on in the first couple years, where we just streamed for the 25 straight hours on game day. Um, but opening this up allows us to sleep, allows us to play more in shifts, and certainly allows us to bring more people into the fold to play, which I think is really really important, because I think it allows more of us to contribute and to hang out. So it's pretty fantastic. Um, we just came off of playing a Star Wars Powered by the Apocalypse game, which was an absolute blast. Uh, Christopher Nelson, who you might have seen on a couple of the streams, including Basic Witches yesterday with Christy, or I don't know where else he hopped in on, but he was one of our fellow bounty hunters in a group called the Menagerie. And we're having a really good time. And I just got a message from not Joel Vollmer, but another friend, Joel, who watched our Star Wars one shot here. Who helped me? By the way, all credit to Joel. He helped me name Rorku my Trandoshan bounty hunter, and he said I was sure Rorku would be a great name and hold its own. Then your droid friend showed up. So big props go out to both Joels. Joel Vollmer did an amazing kind of K2SO esque job being our droid that ran our fantastic ship, and as always, came up with so many hilarious bits of that game. Also, Nate Itzen, who is a part of my regular game on Known World United every other Thursday, and he also plays in Down and Outlands every other Monday. Both of those streams over the next 2 weeks are going to be Extra Life Encores. So we'll have the fundraising links up during those games. So if you come hang out, Down in Outlands is a D&D 5th edition game set in Sigil, the City of Doors, which kind of connects all of the different dimensions of the Dungeons and Dragons universe. Hey, oh man, Joel, I was just talking about you. Anne said Known World United ranked number 65 overall in all of fundraising. I mean, how yeah, it's so humbling to have so many people supporting everything going on. And thank you all for the contributions. It's amazing. Um, um, Man, I just totally lost my train of thought. This is what happens when you play games for 40 hours over a 55-hour period. Um, but oh man, you have it and you lose it. Um, it's really everything that happened in that Star Wars game and everything else is happening because people who we regularly play games with mix up with all of their extended friends and family, and we put out the kind of known world signal to unite every year. In my fundraising email today, I improvised a very silly and somewhat imbecilic Avengers reference. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Endgame, but when Cap says "Avengers Assemble," has the I'll just say the weapon come back to him. I did something similar with a coffee. And when Known World unites, look at all of the kind of amazing things that happen. We're up to $14,637, 98% of 15,000. And I think that as we extend through, donations can be accepted through the end of the year. Um, we can kind of make those gifts. So for everybody that's watching, if now is not a great time to give, if now isn't a great time to share, if you feel like you've been spending a lot of social capital, I know with all of the kind of political campaigns that have been going on, it's a hard time to find extra funds for this, or to find the wherewithal to go through with everything going on. 2016 was a very difficult year to go and play a lot. A couple days after the election, But everybody showing up and being amazing and running so many games, all of the fantastic names in the current Fiasco game, I'll bring them up so that you can see what's going on a little bit better. But here we go. We got Brett Finkelstein, Esther Pagenstein, Abraham Pagenstein, Parsley Morris, and Richard Timothyson playing Fiasco, which I believe that this is on um, board game, board game something, and I can't remember because this is where I'm at. Thank you to all the people watching. People have liked having 8 people watching me go on about this is kind of hilarious, but um, all in all, I don't think that we could do this without being a little crazy or a little uh, committed to just plowing through. Got a couple people reaching out in chat and messages. My brother is watching Aladdin with Ollie and was going to hop on here. But yeah, I mean, how proud can you be of somebody who you go from being your little brother but always being kind of present to going out there and being the top fundraiser for our team this year. Just absolutely not unbelievable, not unbelievable at all, because he has so much enthusiasm for helping people, and if you know my brother Dave, he will give you the shirt off his back. And maybe you don't want that, but he's willing to do it, and willing to help out in any way he can. So I thought maybe I just go through and talk about some of the games that I played in. If you have questions, feel free to throw them out there. If you have ideas for games, the schedule that we had, going through Dino World, One More Job, Jackbox Marathon, the kind of marathon stream with Toy Talk and more with my brother, Call of Duty marathons. Um, I had an opportunity to run a game that I didn't know that I wanted so badly until Wizards of the Coast put out Fizban's collection of dragons. They created a new class, which was kind of like How to Train Your Dragon Ranger, and I had the opportunity to play with 5 of my very favorite players in the world on Friday night, and we played the Dying Embers of Drakewind Falls. That had a significant twist at the end. If you'd like to go and check it out, you absolutely should. I'll put some links to everything here in the chat so that people can go and check out some of these games because man, I people always impress me when they're playing. Like just to the point where I just kind of can't imagine what my life would be like without some of these games. I think that sometimes D&D or wrestling or any of these kind of collaborative storytelling experiences don't they don't get the respect they deserve, because I think that sometimes they can feel like escapism, right? That it's not serious enough. It's not taking things seriously enough. But I mean, what's better than the opportunity to exist in a world with your friends of your choosing? We don't always get to pick how things go, and I think that it's okay for us to take time out and to suspend our disbelief, or to shirk the rules a bit and be able to do something creative together, um, because man, I can't say to everybody how much it's meant to be able to um, you know to go out and go to a wrestling show or on a Wednesday or Thursday or Saturday or whenever we play to sit down with some of my best friends and just like see how amazingly creative they are, because I think that that is um, it's one of the most kind of amazing and unbelievable things about playing in these unbelievable worlds is that we're able to work together to to think about what a kind of world would be if we kind of had different constraints, or if we had no constraints on some of the things that really hold us back. And while I think that me sitting here on very little sleep, waxing poetic about what these games mean to me. I think that you don't have to look any further than any of the people that I'm surrounded by when we're kind of creating these worlds, whether that's at the commentary booth, or whether that is playing games together online. You can see the people that are in the call, or when we get the chance to get together, when there's not a global pandemic on, to sit at the table together. um, Go back to some of those old known World United Twitch streams and just see how much fun we're having, and the fact that we have the privilege to do that while raising funds for people is just, it's truly unbelievable, and really an amazing opportunity every year. Um, and so, yeah, I don't know. For anybody watching, let me know. I'm just going to keep talking, and I'm going to keep hanging out until we hit that $15,000 mark. I think that it's an opportunity for me to chat with anybody who's hopping on. And if you did just hop onto this stream, you're seeing little old me. I appreciate you hopping on. This is the kind of end fundraising hullabaloo. We are, kind of trying to reach this insane goal. We extended our goal by another 50% to $15,000, and we're trying to pass that by. And by the end of the year, our goal for some of the extra life encores that we're going to be streaming on this channel and over on Heel Turn Radio's channel is to raise a total of $16,663.61, which is an obscenely specific amount, but that is the amount that would pass us by $50,000 raised for Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare over the last 7 years. And the fact that we are within striking distance of that, um, with a global pandemic on, with a lot of very contentious political races, with everything that's going else, that's challenging in the world. It's unbelievable to be within, kind of spitting distance of hitting that $50,000 mark, raised during Extra Life for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and that's $50,000 that's in our community, making a difference in in kids' life. And the Extra Life literally had to change their slogan for the kind of like, they can't say "do it for the kids" because someone copyrighted "do it for the kids," which is real silly. Oh, hey Mitch, thank you so much, man. Mitch is the mod, the kind of magic maker. He is to my brother Dave what Casual Doug is to Ben and I, in helping these things happen, and was just tirelessly supporting, and like, how amazing to jump on and to support Matt and Dave and King and everybody on the stuff that my brother does, but to come on and help out for the 24-hour stream that Dave did, and put in that time, like, we could not be more thankful. And I hope that there are more people out there in the world, like just supporting people, allowing us to kind of do what we've been doing, even more effectively. Everybody, this is the Doug says the same thing every year. Like, I just, I sit here and I put some links up and I do this, and not doing very much, but man, it's when you're playing the games or you're organizing the games or trying to schedule out all the games, I think that we all err on that side of humility because it doesn't it can feel effortless or it can feel very like a low bar to kind of step over or whatever you do under a bar limbo under. But it makes it that much easier when you know that somebody who cares is helping out and taking one thing off your plate. And having that one thing taken off their plate for some people that stress out about running games or doing streams or anything else. That's the difference between somebody making content that people connect with and not making content. Some people hop off of doing that type of work because they don't have people like Mitch or people like Doug or people like Zach, or Christy or Ben or Cassandra, everybody that helped coordinate things for this from the very beginning. Um, we would not be able to do this if we didn't have people supporting us while we're doing it. Not just all of the kind of dollars and cents support, but the kind of common sense support that when you are very tired or you are maybe not wanting to continue on, that you have a guy like Mitch out there or folks like Doug. So uh, yeah, I don't want to understate that, and I don't want anybody to undersell it. He can play a humility card as much as he'd like, but for me, um, there's nothing better than having friends support you. So thanks, Mitch, and thank you from the bottom of my heart as an older brother. For you supporting Dave. He doesn't look like my younger brother outside of the lack of white in his beard. He's quite a big dude with a big heart, but he wouldn't be able to kind of do everything. Thank you so much, and thanks for kind of it's really cool to see us doing different things, doing different streams, whether it's playing video games or like Dave's stream with Mitch and Matt and everybody that came on. Like professional wrestlers, big names in toys. I mean, it seems, uh, yeah, he did get some more white this weekend. Oh, it's good. Yeah, this is what it looks like after 7 years. So this is what Dave has to look forward to, I suppose. Um, but that's all right. I think that every white hair is a little bit of effort out there in the world, and I think that I would trade all the pigment that I have for kids to be able to live out as many years with as little complication as possible. I'd like to see everybody get to this point and far beyond. Um, that doesn't happen without everybody tuning in. Um, I don't know how talk show hosts do it sometimes. They just kind of talk and talk and talk without saying anything. And I find myself just defaulting to saying thank you over and over again. It's a real hard thing not to say when you're kind of at this stage of the weekend. The fact that even I dozed off during a game yesterday, and I had people kind of graciously saying like, "Hey, man, just take a step back. Why don't you hit the sack? We got this." And that's something that we don't always have in different parts of our lives. So having the people to do that, the people that know you, the people that don't know you, is really great. Um, I thought maybe we'd check back in a little bit on the fiasco game that is going on over on Zach's channel, to see how Poppletown Mall is popping off. Another Christmas adventure. We had a lot of Christmas adventures this year. We had a lot of food-based adventures. I know that Cassandra ran one. There was also the Henshin game that I had. They can vote for kind of uh, any kind of Power Rangers type squad they wanted to, and ironically, the one that they voted for was uh, was food based. It was the only one that wasn't based on a like Super Sentai squad. It was literally the food based one. So we played some menu mayhem, and we had sandwiches attacking Philadelphia and San Francisco. We had General Patrick Melt and his um, it was not tater tots, skater tots were his little goonies running around, and that was an absolute hoot. But we were able to play another game. The Christmas spirit must be hitting the antagonist early this year because Fiasco and his D&D game, How the Lich Stole Christmas, was this morning. Got a chance to play in that. Played Buddy the half elf, who got hit with an enlargement spell. So he went and did his best to hug everyone he could and greeted everyone with the familiar turn of phrase, "Hi, I'm Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color?" And you know, thankfully nobody got too sick of my antics, because I know that I am all for silly characters and humor based role playing games, just as much as I am about humorous wrestling and good comedy wrestlers. Kind of going out there and making the physical parts look both painful and effortless, as well as kind of getting the big laughs. Um, yeah, and then the Christmas adventure. The first D&D character that I ever played was named Jiminy Christmas, and I played a. Oh, there was a food. Oh, there was. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Mitch, that's amazing. Now I gotta absolutely look that up. Our friend Ben, who's playing in Fiasco, which you can see if I minimize him, I think you can see my cursor. This is Ben, aka Your King Ginger, one of the third Meng for Tiny Meng Tuesday. Also, my partner in crime, Heel Turn Radio, along with Warrior. And man, he is a huge Sentai fan. He is. There's also, in addition to Henshin, the game that was created, the creators also made a version based on Kamen Rider, which I know that Ben would really like to run. So, Mitch, if you are a Super Sentai guy and would like to, not necessarily streaming, just playing over Zoom with friends, but maybe turn into something. I think that he definitely would love to run a Henshin game. I know my brother really wanted to play, but it was during the stream. I know Matt was interested in playing, um, but I am super super interested in running the Henshin game again. It was an amazing system. I was really sad. I got these amazing cards, which everything is based on turns, so it's kind of like wrestling. It's really like the worldwide wrestling game where you can kind of roll, or you can just kind of narrate what's going on, and then you can kind of cede control of either the fight or like give someone else the upper hand so that you can gain a card, and then you can spend that to kind of do a kind of like a big move. So like maybe you're in control, and then you kind of cede control, and then you get beat up a little bit, and then in true Super Sentai fashion, maybe you transform, or maybe you pull out your blaster, or you summon your Zord. Um, but they have all these amazing drawings of different types. One of my favorite is cell phone. There's flashlight, cobra, garlic, gillman, pizza. I love the pizza one. Um, there's also an amazing one, Weevil. I'm a big fan of the Weevil one. Credit, which is just like kind of a credit card and machine. Giraffe, you can see there in the bottom. Strawberry. I love the strawberry mask. But I was all excited to hopefully use these this year, and it didn't happen. Also, Swan, quit looking at me, Swan. An amazing little one, but we're looking forward to hopefully get through Jaguar, kind of like a pseudo Black Panther, but also kind of like the Captain America from the 1608, 1612 uh, series with him kind of back in time. But really, really cool, really cool stuff. And I'll definitely check out that series. I'll have to tell Ben about that. He will be super hyped that you shared that. So hopefully, yeah. So hopefully we can continue raising some funds here as we continue to go. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of bump over in the Fiasco game. $14,667.10. So close. $333 left to go to our 15,000 goal. And again, oh, hey, Zach's only $100 away. If we can get 5 donations, $20 a piece, he'd make his goal. And I don't know if anybody, deserves it. I don't know. That's a weird thing to say more than Zach, but Zach is certainly, I think, one of the most deserving folks that we have with all the work that he does. But yeah, I mean, just to give you a little bit of kind of background, kind of looking in what goes into to all of this. Zach creates these documents. When he took over scheduling a couple years ago, he used to do this when he ran. In addition to us running in person at Ben's, Zach ran games in person over at his house and streamed them. But yeah, just the amazing, these are all kind of like these hot linked, beautiful, kind of keeping track of games with openings, all of the kind of important things for our players to know, for people that are running to know, kind of all the deadlines, information, things about fundraising that Christy and I put together. And then the schedule of events. I mean, to make this happen with 30 or so players every year, we do surveys, and Zach does a ton of work to get this schedule kind of all together. For all the different channels that stream, and then our kind of council puts together these different descriptions so that people can sign up for them. This is one of my favorite sessions I got to run. Um, Dying Embers of Drakewind Falls, D&D. So, all of these documents that Zach creates, we couldn't make it happen without him. So if you do have a little money left to support, or you'd like to donate to somebody that really makes the trains run on time, not the F train, but the known World United train, the K train. I don't I don't know if that's an inappropriate thing to say. Is that slang for something? I don't know. I got noodle brain. But go and sign up and kind of help Zach out. This is the guts of this thing looks like this. Every year with him trying to kind of figure everything out in the broadcast schedule. And then kind of working through all of these, he and I and Christy and Ben and Cassandra and everybody else kind of go back and forth to get all of these things set up in these kind of really amazing spreadsheets that we couldn't do it without that. And we track, we prepare for this a lot every year, and there's a lot that goes in to all the prep for the games. But all of this that Zach does, we go through. I keep track of kind of donations, and we try to look at kind of averages raised and goals every year so that we can do our best to help our players set goals, and to really think about the kind of ins and outs of what's going on. And so yes, do it for Zach and the children. um it's a lot, and it's really gratifying to see it pay off every year for an amazing cause. And I say it over and over again, but this idea that this is games with friends for a cause is really important to us. And we make new friends every year. It's unbelievable that uh, that some of the games we play with people, um, we've never interacted before because you can jump into a game with friends of friends or complete strangers, people that you don't even know that that reach out, and it feels like you're fast friends, just based on all of the work that gets put in, and just like the energy that people throw at their characters. Sometimes we're going kind of last minute, or if we're playing in a lot, I didn't even it didn't even register that I played with one of my friends that played a character that she had played in a totally different type of game last year, and I just like didn't make the connection until after the game, and I was watching a stream from last year, and I went, oh man, she played a Laxodon last year, like a elephant person, and so super cool to see people kind of bringing back characters, or even like after the first night, the first session that I played in, that in the very next session, people were making callbacks and inside jokes uh, to kind of help kind of move things along, and just kind of I know, like sometimes it's breaking the tension in a real serious session. Sometimes it's just kind of like keeping those laughs going and keeping the kind of um, keeping just the enthusiasm up and the energy up. It's a really big boost, and just the fact that people kind of think about those or remember those. Even in the last Star Wars game today, Christopher, who I hadn't met before this weekend, a friend of Joel, and probably knows some of the other folks that were playing through their connection at work. Um, he made this callback to this ridiculous character that I played in Christie's Basic Witches game, who was riding on a mount that was just terribly inefficient, and I kind of did some physical humor, and we all had speeder bikes in a Star Wars game, and Chris pulled the same thing, that he had this like broke ass speeder that he was riding in the same thing, and kind of did the same like physical comedy, and God, it's just so fun, and that was so funny to kind of see everything that was going on. Um, Man, I'm just kind of going back through and seeing how many games we ran this year, and it's really crazy. I mean, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 different games. Um, that were run, people playing games in addition to that. This last chance fundraising hullabaloo. Yeah, man, totally wacky. To just hang out and kind of see everything going on. Um, so yeah, thank you. It's really great to kind of see all this. I'm trying to kind of navigate everything going on while I'm doing this, and share this out. So hopefully we can snag a couple more people, and kind of reach that. Ooh, oh, there we go. Um, Managing socials when you're managing a lot of socials is weird, man. um, Watching yourself watch yourself, the most meta that we can be, and even like switching around on which account that I'm logged into for different socials to make sure we're hitting all the good stuff and liking all the good stuff. It's pretty it's pretty hilarious. um, it's also dizzying, just like how much of this crap that we have. um, but sometimes I swear, if I didn't have the podcast, or if I didn't have these events, uh I I don't know that I would even have social media. um I think that I'm good at it, but I don't particularly love it anymore, and I don't particularly love all of the things that go on with it, or who people. Oh, holy crap. Uh, Whoa. So I I didn't realize this is happening yet, but thank you for the donations. Everybody that just came in with donations. I'm now also at 98%. Um, man, it's all a little it's all a little overwhelming at this point in the game, right? It's hard to kind of go through. Brandy Brooks, one of the like coolest people that I've met while being a part of the Association for Community Design in my professional kind of shoot job. Um, who has run campaigns to be kind of a representative for her community. Man, now I feel like I should also figure out if I can share her fundraising link. I mean, having people out here, I think that, like I said, it's hard to find the money around this time of year, and it's hard to run these kind of campaigns to go out there and try to be someone who is doing good in the world. But Brandy has always been one of those people that just puts so much good out in the world. And man, I can't. Oh man, and she shared the fundraiser too. All of this is this is so much to process. It's really, really crazy. I just had a friend said, "Hey, you done now? You exhausted? Going to sleep?" I'll be like, nope. In it for the long haul, trying to get us um, over this hump. The last chance fundraising hullabaloo. It's going on. It's going down now. It's going down now on the Known World United. Um, Trying to get us over all of those humps. Um, and like I apologize to everybody for the fragmented messages or for me being scatterbrained on this, but yeah, just putting it out there in the world, and seeing people respond every single time is so amazing. And I think that we might have also crossed our fundraising goal, or very close to the $15,000. Um, just waiting for things to refresh. um, yeah, man. Whoa, where'd Joel? Man, Joel playing in so many games. Joel Vollmer, check him out. I think I have his links up here somewhere early on. There he is. Check him out over on twitch.tv/finger twitchings. Joel's another one of those people who works really hard to kind of get things together and put good out in the world. And he's going to be streaming again this golem that came from one of the games that he played. Make a donation. He's doing flirty pinup or I think zombie. I think I just saw it on here it is. Um, I gotta share this with everybody. He is going to be doing a drawing live um, on his channel. Let me see if I can bring this down. Bloop. And bring this up even further. There we go. Tomorrow we'll be drawing the Flesh Golem on Twitch. Until it starts, people can donate $5 or more to select either horror or flirty pinup for this golem creature. Be sure to note which option you choose on the donation. Most votes win. So vote with your dollars. Kind of support kids and watch Joel create just amazing artwork. If you haven't seen his work, I think Twitchings. You can check it out. He's got a website, fingertwitchings.wordpress.com. This was Fletcher Coney, his amazing rabbit folk character for my Dying Embers of Drakewind Falls. Um, yeah, his Drake Pierce, because he has a Hawkeye vibe going on. So both a MASH reference and Marvel reference, and just Joel being clever as heck. This was the mech that he used for my Henshin game for Super Sentai. Um, as you can see, it's based on Orange Cassidy, and he even has the Orange Cassidy crest that says "freshly squeezed." You can see squeeze kind of happening right here. It's Duradenim, like Durasteel, only made out of denim. Just like so amazing, and you can see it with he was an orange ranger, so this is him standing next to it, which is just kind of completely unbelievable. Um, I have a belief, especially around this time, small acts matter and not to be discounted. Absolutely, Mitch. Every little bit helps, and it doesn't make a difference if it's monetary. If it's folks like Mitch helping out, Mod or Casual Doug helping out with stream for people that just don't stream, to get them to a level of comfort. If it's sharing, if it's just like helping somebody out with something they're struggling with, sharing your knowledge, not kind of being someone who kind of squirrels things away, but really kind of puts that goodness out in the world. Here's his Orange Ranger that has a picture of his Orange Ranger on the chest because that is a classic Orange Cassidy wearing an Orange Cassidy shirt trope. But yeah, look at all the amazing work that Joel did. Drawing characters up. He does these live on his Twitch channel. Definitely, go check him out. He's going to be live tomorrow night, twitch.tv/finger twitchings. Just, you know, amazing, right? And it's very zen. If you enjoy, kind of watching old Bob Ross episodes or just anybody create just beautiful art, I love popping into his streams and just chatting with him and talking about the characters that he's making or some of the little details. One of my favorites here. I don't know if you can. Oh, I gotta put his. I gotta put this down because this detail is so good. He made a equivalent of the Nike swoosh, only with like a magic missile like turning around. The inventiveness of all of our players, whether it's the kind of art for the characters that he creates, or man, like I use this to help me fundraise. This is our squad for our regular game that we have here on twitch.tv/ Known World United every other Thursday. The Tasty Boys D and DDT are our wrestling D&D game, and having something like this, him capturing the frustration um, that I can see sometimes with my players. Like how amazing of a likeness does he paint? I can't speak highly enough of Joel as a player and as a creative individual. It's really cool to be able to see things like this kind of manifest themselves. And man, yeah, I'm just gonna keep scrolling through. Like, dude, like I'm speechless when he comes up with some of this stuff because it's just so beautiful. And he does so many things, right? Like the kaiju box, like an amazing piece of art to go along with a really amazing playlist as well. And to see art like this created, to me, is exactly like watching good wrestling, watching good role playing games, or just playing in good role playing games. It's so cool to see that happen kind of before your eyes. Um, like I said, check out Joel. He'll be streaming tomorrow night on twitch.tv/finger twitchings. He's hosting us right now. You can't ask for more meta-ness than Joel being advertised on Joel's channel while Joel is live stream supporting by hosting our channel live streaming about Joel. So also, go give him a follow. 91 followers, man, he's so close to 100. That's totally free, easy to do, and you can see all of this, art that he created. You can watch it happen live. So tomorrow night, Monday, you can watch him on twitch.tv/finger twitchings. You can watch Down and Outlands here on this channel the regular fifth edition game that Ben runs that features Nate from our crew, Warrior from our crew, the lovely Cassandra, Ben's wife, an amazing player as part of Known World United for all 7 years, and Shannon Townsend, who I had the chance to see is enjoying some much well-deserved R&R with her or with their lovely husband. Sorry, um, but yeah, this has been amazing. It's so cool to see this happening, and yeah, talking nonstop for this long is an insane thing. But this is the last chance fundraising hullabaloo. We're trying to get as many people to their goals. Look at all these goals. We're so close. Zach, $100 away. Overall, man, $333, $32.90. We're here. We're going to raise as much money as we can until I I give in around probably 7 p.m., maybe a little bit later. I know that some folks are eating dinner and then popping on. So we'll let all that happen. Check in on ye old fiasco game going on right now. I think Ben's reached his goal. Christy reached her goal. Um, Cassie helped out greatly. Thank you to Cassie for all of her generous donations. Zach is almost there, and man, we're almost there. So many people in the 90 percentiles. And thank you to everybody who's donated and shared over the last over the last week. It's incredible to watch this thing happen in real time every year. And when we say things like the ask that I made and a lot of us made that said, "Hey, if you can give just $1 for every hour we're gonna play, that'd be amazing." And so I think I ended up playing for 41 hours. But when I was looking at the schedule, I said, I know that I'm gonna be playing for 37 hours. So I was like, if I could give 37 people to donate $37, like that would make a huge impact. And I think a lot of people made that ask. And when you think about if you really wanted to go back and watch these games, we'd love it. We'd love for you to watch it, to make a donation, or just enjoy yourself. If you need, kind of a fun getaway from reality, it's really fun to go back and watch these. I know that some people don't like hearing themselves, don't like watching themselves, but it's amazing how quickly you get over that because you're such a small part of the game when you're playing with friends, and people make space for each other to improvise and to riff off each other, and it's very very easy to get over the sound of your own voice when you hear all the other voices that you're interacting with coming up with the most amazing things off the top of their head, and really kind of making moments for themselves, and also helping make moments for you, sending kind of private chats, or slipping a note when you're playing in a game together at a table. I'm thinking about doing this, like let's combine these things that we're thinking about doing into something amazing. And man, not a finer metaphor out there for what we get to do with Extra Life, having everybody kind of pop in, hang out, and play in these games together. It's an amazing privilege to have people donate funds to help other people, while we just make a goofiness on the screen. But for everything that goes into it, for all the effort, man, you just get it back threefold. And it's been the best thing the last 7 years to have this like kick off the kind of movement towards the end of the year. Also, one of my friends posted that in an age of industry, we don't listen to the seasons, and we don't listen to the earth that says like it's time to hibernate now. Like wherever you are in the world, whenever it gets colder, whenever the days grow shorter, that you should spend that time, you should respond to that, you should let your body respond to that, and your schedule respond to that. and take a step back and give yourself the latitude to hibernate, to rest up, to recognize that you've put everything in, and that those efforts can't be evergreen. You need to take care of yourself and each other, and do all of this for us to kind of have that spring after the kind of dormant period. So if you're in that dormant period right now, happy slumbers. If you have had that spring awakening and you have lots of energy to give, help out while you can. I know that we won't forever be able to play games for 55 hours in a weekend, and I know that I won't, probably forever be able to play for 40 out of those 55 hours. um, but rely on your friends, and their help. Mitch, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate everything. Thank you for circulating those. And yeah, for everybody, if you can help out with a share generates like $7 to $9 per share, because there's going to be someone out there that sees that connects with it and wants to make a donation, or say like, I can make that happen, or I can pass it along to someone to make it happen. And that is a great thing. So, and again, thank you, Mitch, for all your help, and for everything you do to support Dave and New Money Matt. It's pretty cool to be able to do that. So. Yeah, with everything going on right now, with the brand here, boop, pop that down. The game that's ongoing right now, you can see our kind of live goal tracker. 98%, less than $300 to raise to hit that six or $15,000 goal. And we'll stream. We will go until we're able to hit that, or until I pass out, whichever comes first. Um, and maybe we'll be joined by some folks as we do it. So they are good fellas. Thank you, Mitch. Good folks, supporting good folks, is the least we can all do for each other. So cheers. I cheers you with my empty pure leaf tea, that's filled with water, because I need to hydrate. Minneapolis Tap. Yeah, baby. So, if you're out there, if you're watching, toss a comment in the chat, say hello. Um, uh, would love to kind of reach out and thank everybody in person, but I will be starting on my thank yous for all of my donations, and for everybody else. We'll be thinking through all of the ways that we can identify who's helped us out through all this, because it's really it's a lot to. Oh man. It's overwhelming, to look at all of the donations that we get every year, and how many amazing friends do that, and people that, man, like Joel, thank you so much. People making donations, that are players as well, as part of the kind of lifeblood of all of this. But just, thanking everybody, from the very beginning, all the way through. Bliss, Jody, Aunt Carol, Nicole, Ian. I mean, friends from college, from grad school, that I maybe only get a chance to see a couple times a year. Reaching out and making donations as we go through is just awesome. Jess, Corey, and Z, Clan Poshel, showing up. Jarrett, who's just, an amazing dude. I always love spending time. So many people that I would love to be spending time with. That's just been so hard. Um, you know, People who are immunocompromised, or have family members that are immunocompromised. It makes taking this time, um, together, when we can't do it in person, it's really nice to connect, and I'd love to for everybody that donated. If I can thank you in person, I will, and if I can thank you virtually, I plan to. Um, Eric and Troy, amazing. Courtney and Matt and Eric and Troy lost some, family members are very dear to them, and really kind of instrumental, I think, in their growth and their support. So, for families that are hurting right now to reach out, and Matt streaming for 15 hours, and 12 of those being a marathon, to the Smithquists making a donation really means a lot. Ruth, my friend, who also joined in on the murder mystery, what a treat to get to hang out and catch up. Nick, Karen, one of our heel turn friends and crewmates, who is always so supportive. Other players, Christy, Joel, people that donated to get little buffs for their characters to help somebody else out, which is even more amazing. Is when people make donations for you when you're playing and they're not even playing in the game. Having those come through is so cool. Man, coworkers, people I've been on boards with, Jamie, Jess, um, friends from high school, Laura, Corey, Z, everybody, um, Liz, Andrew, uh, my the realtor that helped my brother and his wife find their house, and for me to find my house, making a donation. Andrea, Jessica, high school friends, family members, Paul and Molly, thank you so much. Miss JL, who we didn't get a chance to kind of have play with us this year, but has played in many games with us, and is one of the OG Dive Club folks. Vlad Radnoff, the party czar, also sending along just like really kind words, and Vlad is one of the people that is salt of the earth, a fellow wrestlehead. But yeah, man, Ian came back with another donation. Carl, Hans, Anne, all these friends from high school or from grad school. So humbling. Cassie, Adam, and Karen, Stephanie and Pete, Bridget, El Dandy, Andy Nowicki, Patrick, Abby, Stephen. Gosh, it's a lot. It's a lot to have so many good folks, making donations and helping out. It's pretty great to be able to look through um, all of the kind of different groups and kind of social circles and communities that donations come from every year. It's always kind of a yeah, it's a lot. um, if you get tired of me talking and like to watch the game or listen to the game, fiasco going on over on one of our other known world affiliated team channels, Antagonist Relations. Old Richard Timothyson, the antagonist himself, Zach, who is part of our planning team, is running over there for Ben, his wife, or Ben, Zach's wife, Christy, Chris, and I think it's Chris. I don't know if it's Chris. I feel so bad. Um, and then Killer Cassie, who made super generous donations to my campaign and a lot of campaigns, getting that big boost. Really kind of amazing to see to see those. To see those roll in when we are kind of like on the verge of being in real deep stuff, to be able to have a donation come through that kind of saves your team is pretty exciting. Um, wow. I've never done this kind of at the end, this long and kind of really dug in. I think that at the end of these weekends, we're always kind of physically and emotionally exhausted, and to try to kind of put words to everything is a real strange experience. If you are tuning in and you wondered what happened to my beard, I did cut the beard for the first time in a long time for our. Actually, let me see if I can bring that up. For our amazing murder mystery, Zoom murder mystery. Um, yeah, let's see here. I'll bring this over and pop out for just 1 second. See if I can bring up. Um, yeah, let's see if I can bring up the picture from that because man, that was an absolute hoot. Yeah, there we go. You can see I probably have a lot of things going on right here. But if you look at that dashingly handsome old man there, I played Brigadier Balderdash, who was a Southern gentleman married to an English lady, my beloved Carlotta Balderdash. And it turns out in these murder mysteries, you don't know who the murderer is. And oops a daisy. In self-defense, it turns out that Brigadier Balderdash killed Levisham the butler. So, sometimes you don't go into it thinking that you're going to be the suspect or even a suspect, but hey, um, sometimes a butler tries stabbing you with your service sword, and you have to step back. So pour one out for Leversham, light a candle, make a donation in his honor. My fictional butler from the murder mystery last night. And yeah, and if you can, give us a share. Give a donation to Zach. Give a donation to anybody on the team still reaching out for their goals. Everybody, kind of set those in hopes that they can get out and kind of make a difference. Oh, Brad Finkelstein for life, for life. Thanks, Ben. Um, yeah, we're loving this. It's really cool. Like, it's amazing that Ben is like able to multitask with how much he ran and everything going on. That people are still upright. I think is a pretty big win. But yeah, just looking at this and all the people that were part of this, Lance, who also ran games, Christy, that you can follow on Twitch, Lady Christy, um, myself, we had the detective inspector who was generous enough to hop in as the 11th person and not necessarily take on a kind of big role, but to kind of keep us all moving and keep the game situated. You see Ryan Knox here played my upstart great nephew to a T, who's a motorhead and was quite taken with his second cousin once removed. My friend Ruth, who played the young ingenue, my great niece, and just kind of hilarious. Cassie, who you saw playing in Zach's game, Killer Cassie, did an amazing job playing the kind of saucy, the saucy film star that was taking up residence on our on our grounds. We had Matt and Danny Lynn. Matt playing a captain of industry, and Danny playing one of the employees of the Balderdashes, who got to know Leversham, our butler. Greg, who had an absolutely astounding turn as a reverend, the local reverend for the local parish. Lance, who played the archaeologist, and then I'm totally going to forget her name. Sarah, I think, played the detective inspector, and Karen, I believe, played. Uh, yes, I can't remember what her role was now, but played. Uh, Gosh, I think she was a secretary to a T. Very, very super fun. I'd never done a murder mystery like that before, but thanks to everybody who made that one possible, because there was a lot of work that went into getting that together by Christy, getting all the packets out to everybody, and man, that was really really fun. Um, I'm just bringing it up. This was the Trandoshan that I ran, who was a bounty hunter in the Star Wars powered by the apocalypse. Just going to see if I could bring up some of the other games that I played in and ran. I don't think that is going to do it. Let me see if I can bring it up in another window. But having all of the people um, play in that murder mystery was pretty special. It was great to be able to play games with people that I'd never played games with before, or friends that I have from other walks of life, stepping into those shoes. Yeah, kind of wild. Kind of wild to see, people that you know from different walks of life pretending to be 1930s, kind of murder mystery folks. Um, let's see here. Trying to bring all of these up and keep talking. People that do their own Twitch streams all the time blow my mind. It's unbelievable following people that have that kind of capacity to multitask. Um, let's see. Oh man, I am $100. I'm $99 away, I believe, from hitting my goal as well. So if you have the opportunity to give, very much appreciate it. I'll be sending out one more email, and you'll probably get one more ask or maybe two more asks before the end of the year. We got um, haha, Q Bill and Ted give 69 days left for the fundraiser, raise funds through the end of the year for Extra Life to benefit Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So, if you're giving thanks and you have a little bit more breathing room later in this month, love to have you kind of share out, or share a tax deductible gift to these campaigns. Again, at Christmas, if you ever feel so inclined to give me a gift over the years. There's nothing better than getting the gift of donations during Extra Life, or when I send that last email out. I want to also say very special thank you. I believe that this is where it came from, but every year we get a great donation um, from a very dear friend of my family, a great friend of my late dad's and of my mom's, um, and uh, and they always make a really generous donation um, to support our campaign. And a lot of times it has put us into the kind of next kind of tier of fundraising in terms of our ability to help folks out. And without they make it anonymously, so without kind of saying any names, we're really grateful, and personally very grateful to that. This was someone that around the holidays, even after my dad had retired, and things had kind of settled out. They would get together around the holidays every year and share a bottle of wine and catch up and reflect a little bit on the year behind and the year ahead. And so yeah, uh, their site, their website has a great picture of a kind of telescopic thing that you can look out on when you're up on a scenic overlook, and it says "Turn to clear vision" with the little focus knob. and I think having that kind of clarity of what's important, and and maintaining these amazing relationships that you have, and helping kids and their families live healthy, happy lives, so that you know all of these relationships can continue to blossom is really great. And that sounds so cheesy when it comes out, but it's so genuine that these gifts really support kids and their families that are struggling, and without these types of support, our system is not inclined to be able to find all the ways that we need to make sure that every kid can live a happy, healthy childhood, and also get to the point where they can be hanging around in their late 30s or 40s, playing games with friends that they've had for decades. That's really It's really, really uh, special, to me, to be able to have that opportunity. I have my big old stack of D&D books and other things sitting here on my desk from rotating through all of the different games. I have my figures, sharing that with my brother, um, and him jumping in this year. There's kind of nothing better than seeing him kind of step into the limelight, and be able to use all of this social capital. There's very few people I know that are as good at pressing the flesh as my dear younger brother, and to be able to do it for a cause like this, and for him to so kind of willingly jump into the madness, it was pretty cool to see, and all the people that came on to his stream. Wow, like, that's a real testament to I think to the power of building relationships, and supporting one another. Because when he sent out that call that said, "Hey, I'm raising funds to support Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare. I'm doing a 24-hour stream. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know. Here's a Google Doc with all the time slots." I checked in, and literally the only time slot where somebody wasn't scheduled to be there, but there were still two people hanging on from previous spots or coming in early, was 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. after my brother had started at uh, at 5 p.m. and gone all the way to 5 p.m. The next Saturday. That's Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And sometimes it's tough to pry yourself out of bed, but when my alarm hit and I knew I was going to be able to go and hang out, and be a part of his stream, that was all of the motivation I needed to get out and make it happen. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know that you can ask for anything better than family members that the ones you don't get to choose, that you would choose over and over again every time. My brother's totally one of those people, and yeah, and I'm real fortunate to have him around. So thanks to everybody who's watched. We got about 15 minutes left before the hour. Would love to wrap things up here at 7 o'clock, but really trying to get over that $15,000 hump. So if you are watching this, if you are watching antagonist relations, kind of over here, however you are making it happen. Um, Boop. Can I do that? Can I do that? Yes. It's really, really cool to be able to share all of this. I'll put the donation link up here again. As always, you can just go to bit.ly/, Known World United 2021, or search your life. Hey, we just got another donation came in. 14,704. We're down to $296 left, before we hit the $15,000 mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody for all of the donations over the last 3 days, and for everybody that donated ahead of everything. So fortunate to have people supporting us throughout throughout this entire kind of planning process and everything else. I know I showed kind of some of the kind of inner workings, the guts of how all of this worked out, and all of the scheduling and planning that goes into it. But man, there's more than anything. And Zach, who's running Fiasco right now, the last game that we have running, this sweet man right here with the waxed mustache to raise more funds. People doing silly things, cutting facial hair, making fools of themselves. It's easy to be a clown when the funds are going to a good place, and it's easy to be a clown when you have friends supporting you throughout the entire thing. Um, and so yeah, so we're here. We're doing our best to reach that $15,000 goal before the end of this stream and before kind of everybody wraps up. I think that we will at some point, for everybody watching on Twitch, we will jump over and raid their game. Fiasco is going till 8, and hell, if it takes till 8 to hit $15,000, man, we'll do it. We'll stay here, and we'll do everything we can to get those last donations in, and really, kind of hit these milestones. I think everybody sets goals. One of my favorite things that I ever did in my professional career was take the opportunity to apply and become a Buckman Fellow for Leadership and Philanthropy. And we had the Vice President of Giving come in from the University of Minnesota fundraising, the kind of U of M Foundation, and he asked us three questions, and he's like, these three questions are the three questions that are going to kind of determine different worth. And he said, I want you to write down how much would be a lot for you to donate to someone, to give to somebody, like of your own money. How much would be a lot of money to give? And then he said, how much would be a lot for someone to give to you? And then he said, how much would be a lot of money to raise? And what's the goal? How much money do you think you could raise? And he came back and he said, these are measures um, of your kind of self-worth, and thinking about, how much money would be a lot to give is kind of your kind of comfort, or maybe even your privilege, thinking about, giving money to people. How much money people would give to you is your kind of self-identity. Kind of like, how much do you think you're worth, the work that you do is worth? And then he said to us, how much would be a lot to raise? And everybody went around while we were talking with this guy, the vice president of giving from University of Minnesota, in this kind of training for leadership and philanthropy. And everybody kind of went around and kind of said their figures. Some people said, $1,000. Some people said, $20,000. I think I said something ridiculous like $1 million. But if we can go out in 7 years and raise nearly $50,000 for Gillette Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and that's just by us playing games, right? That's by us putting it out on social media. We have never kind of gone out for kind of any big sponsorships from companies, or anything like that. We've always just relied on friends and family and the kindness of people, watching and hanging out. And every year we're surprised. Every year we have people that reach their goals early. And every year we have a couple of those people that say, oh, if I hit that, I know that I could reach this next level. I could raise more money for kids. And so this year I think we had 6 people that reached their goals early, or like on Friday, and then went like totally out of their comfort zone and said, I'm going to go big. And my brother did that when he hit it last year, and he set his eyes on the sky, and he didn't raise, he didn't hit that level, but he was like, you know what, we raised how much more because we put that kind of carrot a little bit further out for people to look at that and say, you know what, yeah, we could raise more. And that means a ton to everybody that has done all of this, because seeing those funds come in, even when we're saying, okay, like, I think this is a lot of money to raise. When you raise that bar even higher, you kind of increase your kind of idea about, how people value you and the kind of connections that you have, because yeah, people may not always feel like they have the kind of power to kind of influence things. But giving is amazing. Sharing is so amazing. Learning more and more about kind of philanthropic um, endeavors during that, learning that a share for a lot of these, especially in the age of social media, is worth anywhere from $5 to $10, and usually ends up being kind of right in the middle there, $7, $8, just for sharing, not for giving, but just for sharing out a link and saying, hey, my friend's doing this. I was happy to support it, or these are people you should support, or Gillette Children's does amazing things here in our community, and for everything across the board. Extra Life isn't just us once a year doing this. It's hundreds of thousands of people raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals in their own community. The fact that Extra Life gives you the option to kind of choose your kind of nearest community hospitals or clinics, and that funds go directly to these organizations to help our neighbors get the kind of healthcare and long-term support that they need, is pretty unbelievable, and pretty amazing. So for the, gosh, I don't know, I think, like I said, almost 30 people that played in games. um, you know that's all of our neighbors being supported by you reaching out to us, saying that this matters to us too, and supporting, and sharing, and spreading the word. Um, we've tried to extend that out. Like we said, Known World United, twitch.tv/ Known World United streams games all year long now. We have some ongoing campaigns with friends that we've played with here, or old friends, or kind of mixing groups together. We've had people that we met by doing Extra Life that come on every year and say, hey, or drop into a stream every once in a while. And we want to find more ways to do that. And if you're interested in streaming things, games throughout the year, or joining in on our team, we're always open to new members and to new ways of kind of spreading the word, and taking the opportunity to get support to kids that need it in our communities. Um, so thank you for all of that. Again, I keep saying thank you, and I keep kind of running up to that in different ways, but there's so many different ways to say thank you, and so many different things to be thankful for in all of this. Just the fact that we're all here right now in the midst of a global pandemic, and we are still able to do all of this, to have games like Fiasco going on, raising funds, to be able to see friends that we haven't been able to visit because they live too far away, or because they're immunocompromised, or they have kids that are immunocompromised. Um, it's really cool to be able to generate these opportunities, to have friends reach out from different eras of your life. Sometimes people that you haven't talked to for a long time, for one reason or another, reaching out and saying, "Hey, what's all this about?" That's a cool feeling, to be able to bring them into the fold and to explain what we're doing. And usually people are really excited, or they're impressed, or they want to find a way to help out as well. And so if you can do that by sharing out any of the videos that we've done, any of the links that we have, any of our socials, or even following our socials. We have a Facebook where we share all of our ongoing games and opportunities when we run one shot. Ben has run a number of one shot Star Wars trilogies that are just getting together and doing character creation and playing for a couple of hours, and then getting back together in a couple of weeks and playing a couple more episodes. And he always records 3 episodes, which is pretty cool. It's nice to have a little bit of that. So you can check out all of those games and opportunities on our Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter. We have a regular presence there. Got a lot of games that are going um, on our kind of brother and sister stations, twitch.tv/antagonist relations. Zach, the one that we see kind of right there, right now. You check them out, watch what Zach streams. He has a couple of ongoing games that he streams. You can always check out our friend Joel Vollmer. He's at twitch.tv/finger twitchings. And he's going to be doing a live drawing tomorrow. You saw some of his work earlier, and in kind of different parts of our various campaigns. If you've seen my fundraiser, that art is by Joel. He is a peach for putting that together and for highlighting one of our regular games. Um, you can check out my brother's stream, Dave Wonder. He streams on Twitch and also has videos up on YouTube, talking toys, everything from kind of new figures coming out to doing customization on the Heel Turn Radio Twitch to just to talking shop about wrestling with friends. Um, let's see, who else do we have out in the ether here? Trying to make sure we got everybody. Like I said, you can follow us on Facebook, Known World United, where we have details of all our games, people's fundraising things during the fundraising season here from kind of October to December. We do Extra Life has donations open through the end of the year, so if it works out later to donate or to share, or hey, if you want to tell people, I don't need another physical thing. Make a donation to help kids. It's a great thing to do to celebrate each other. I love getting charitable donations. I think the older and older I get, the more and more I think we all realize we have a lot of stuff, and this is a cool opportunity to kind of highlight how some of the kind of immaterial things can be so impactful in our lives. And then also, you can follow us on Twitter, Known World Unite. I made a really terrible, maybe incoherent joke in my fundraising email this morning, saying that a coffee like came into my hand like the hammer into Cap's hands in Endgame. Spoilers from a couple years ago. Saying Known World Unite. United doesn't fit on Twitter, so we have the fun all caps, and it feels like a cap thing, which is one of my favorite things. If you know me, you know that he's one of my favorite heroes. One of my favorite runs was when Ron Garney was doing art. Mark Wade was doing some of the writing for a while. Mark Grunwald was doing writing for a while. And Cap had this great big speech about when the kind of unjust and kind of inequitable parts of the world or people kind of push away and kind of push you down. You kind of plant yourself like a tree next to the river and say, like, no, like I can't even remember anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Um, I'm being incoherent. I'm looking over and seeing Fiasco. I feel like they are kind of in that same place. We missed it. Christy was literally leaning in, and she was, kind of like looking really closely at the screen to get a closer look. But hey, to everybody popping in, just say hi. Please say hi in the comments if you're just lurking or just out there in the general ether. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching all of the games this weekend. We had an amazing time. I'm highlighting Fiasco. Fiasco is the last game of the weekend for us. That we're streaming over on the sister station to Known World United. One of our kind of crew, Zach, um, streaming at twitch.tv/antagonist relations. I realized I just spelled that wrong, and it's there, so I'll change that. But you can go over to antagonist relations, not antagonist relations, on Twitch to follow along with all the craziness for Fiasco as they are reaching full tilt. Hey, we got another donation in 18. Oh, we got less than $200 left to go to reach $15,000. Thank you for everybody who tuned in or is tuned in to Fiasco right now. Oh man, less than $200 until we reach the goal, 15,000. Thanks to everybody watching and to everybody that's reached out. Um, Someone made a donation that says, "You know my name." Oh my goodness. I don't know your name. It might not even be, I don't know who is going to, but man, people reaching their goals left and right is the most amazing thing. Oh shoot. I just realized Warrior, I think, is live right now. He might just be hosting. Oh, Nate is live as well. Is this? Oh, now I'm wondering, he might just to everybody that's sharing this stream out. If you're hosting it on your channel, I saw that Joel was hosting on his channel. Hey, if you can donate, make a donation to Warrior. You can go to extra-life.org and go to his participant page. Ryan is one of the kindest souls and one of the best role players, one of the most fun people to play games with. Really fortunate to have met him through wrestling, sitting in the back row at an MIW show, and kind of recognizing that Warrior MN from Twitter was sitting in the same row, inviting him over. Just and yet another connection that was facilitated by Pete Huge being kind of larger than life in that promotion, and all of us kind of flocking to that space. Pretty cool to see that. Um, yeah, this is amazing. Where I know that I'm rambling a lot, but talking to yourself will do that. If you want to kind of close that gap, we have less than $200 to raise to hit our $15,000 goal to benefit Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare. If you have a little extra scratch to go around, fantastic. If you can just share out the donation link that you see, boop boop, right below bit.ly/known world united 2021, that would be amazing. We're so close to the $15,000 goal. So if you can help put us over the top by donating, sharing, by going in and donating to Zach or Christy or Ben, on the Fiasco game that's going. We're kind of multi-streaming everything right now, and trying to kind of get over this last hump. And so thank you to everybody watching, to everybody who has watched, everybody who's checking out Zach's game over on the other channel, all of our players. This is amazing, and it's kind of gotten bigger and bigger every year. I know that I've kind of shared this out before, but I gave a little look into kind of all the donation metrics that I've kind of obsessed about, the kind of statistical analysis of how we're fundraising. Oop, that's not supposed to be on there. Whoop, whoop. And why was that doing that? Oh, because we went from full screen to not full screen, or maybe we lost Zach. Uh-oh. I'll pop back on. But for everybody who is checking this out now, we've put a lot of work into trying to figure out how best to set goals, goals that all of our friends are comfortable with, and goals that we feel like are feasible to reach. And we're so close to hitting this last goal that we all kind of got together, and looking at all of the goals, room that people have left, kind of where do we have room to kind of squeeze to get to that $15,000, and we all kind of said, yeah, we can make it. We reached $10,000. We blew by that. I think we hit that yesterday. So thank you so much. Maybe even in the wee hours of the morning, I can't remember, but we're so close right now. 18,000 or 14,804. Just $196 left. I'm gonna take this stream as close to 8 o'clock as I can. Um, and hit my 40 hours for the weekend. Um, and also looking at the other games that are going on. Zach over at Antagonist Relations is streaming right now, so we're having them up kind of on the side in the back. So if you're able to make a donation to Zach, anybody that's playing in his game, Christy, Ben, or if you just want to kind of make a general donation or share out the link, we'd be so appreciative. Um, yeah, this is amazing. I'm using StreamYard right now. This is something that my brother, who did a 24-hour, oh, this isn't muted. Oopsie doopsie. Um, I started hearing voices in my head, and I was thinking that maybe I had finally gone too far with a known world United stream, but never fear. They're just my second screen talking to me. Um, a second to regroup. A little bit more water. And we're back. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've talked so much about what this means to me and the games that I've played, and I don't know. I think that if I can make a pitch, um, I would say that for anybody that's out there that has kids that play collectible card games and spend a whole lot of money on a whole lot of cardboard, um, stop, stop doing that. Spend $50, $40 at a local game shop, um, or comic shop that carries Dungeons and Dragons, or that carries Pathfinder, or that carries Henshin, or a property that they love. Do they love kind of sci-fi stuff? Do they love knights? Do they love kind of slice of life, more kind of like simulation type stuff? There's so many games out there that are great that you can have a book of how to play for under $50, um, and that you can get the online version of it, maybe even cheaper, and print out copies for your kids and their friends. Run games for them. Let them run games. Let them explore something. If I had any idea that my friends that played Dungeons and Dragons when I was in middle school were having as much fun as I've had since my friend Ben finally kind of harangued me into playing Dungeons and Dragons with him at the end of 2014. Man, so much money that sits in boxes, or in sleeves that you don't get a chance to see, and you might share with your kind of community of collectors, but other people don't see it, don't interact with it, can't be collaborative with you. Dungeons and Dragons and other role-playing games are game changers. That's such a that did not come out the way I wanted to. There's such amazing opportunities for you to be creative with your friends and to share more of the stories that you have kind of in your head or in your heart. Explore things about yourself that you couldn't do in a kind of a setting with more constraints. It's such an unbelievable opportunity to flex your brain muscle and get more stories out in the world and get more um, creativity in our lives to kind of stretch our kind of minds and our bodies beyond kind of the limitations that um, we might have, or we might have manifested, or we might have um, the bad fortune to have encountered. It's a great way to celebrate both our strengths and our shortcomings together, and do things that we kind of never thought possible. The first time I ever ran as a dungeon master or a game master for D&D was at our very first Extra Life. And when I roped Ben into all of this, um, you know, 7.5 years ago. I think that if I hadn't volunteered myself to run games, even though I'd never done it before, I don't know that I don't know that our friendship would have kind of been as robust for a little while. But the fact that we were able to do all of this, and have had so many people play with us over the years, and so many people donate, is just really really incredible. Just looking at um, all of the donations this year that have come in, and how kind of active all of our fundraisers have been, kind of each year. Uh, but this year especially is pretty amazing. Anytime um, there are elections, it's a hard thing to kind of ask people to not try to shape the representatives that they have, kind of helping them out, kind of make the kind of world that we live in a better place. But for the people that dig deeper in their pockets, or go to bat, and support our streams, whether that's Doug, or whether that's Mitch, now with my brother, other people. It's really really cool to see all of that, and to see some of these relationships blossom, that come from gaming together, and to come from fundraising together, and putting yourself way out of your comfort zone. I know that for a fact, of our 13 people that are raising funds, if they had their druthers, if they were most comfortable, they would not be kind of putting themselves out there, or kind of asking people for things. But they do it every year, and we gain more people every year because people are willing to say that it's way more important than me feeling comfortable, kids feeling comfortable, and their families feeling comfortable, and not having to take on the extra burden of some of the costs that Extra Life and Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and for us, Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare, are able to do with their hospitals and clinics. Is pretty amazing. Right now in the Twin Cities, in Minneapolis, St. Paul, there's between kind of our kind of children's hospitals and clinics, there's like 25 kids that are admitted for COVID related symptoms right now. And that's a lot to deal with. For all of the people that are having afflictions, or kind of these slow symptoms. Imagine taking that on when you're just a kid, before a vaccine kind of made it. The fact that the vaccine's out there, I hope that everybody can encourage each other, for their kids, and for other people's kids, to continue to get vaccinated. Um, you know, for every excuse, for every kind of non-scientific explanation of what's going on, the fact that there are diseases that we are fortunate enough never to have to worry about getting, or kids that say, oh, well, what's this disease, what's that disease? Well, you've never had it because you were vaccinated against it, your parents were vaccinated against it. Is a really big win. And I think that hopefully, COVID-19 will be something that we can put in the rearview mirror, but we can also learn big lessons from, how we stop a pandemic. And that's doing things like this. It's getting together and saying, no, no more. We're going to do something about this. We're all going to support each other. We're all going to, kind of create this group, that cares more about each other than we do about ourselves as individuals. So, um, thank you for everybody that's gone out, and if you're able to get the vaccine, to kind of put your faith in science, and to get your kids vaccinated, get folks to have a conversation about what that means, and what it could mean to everybody. So yeah, that's I don't want to say that that's a soapboxy thing because it shouldn't be a soapboxy thing to say this thing that's been scientifically proven to have a huge impact on a huge number of people's health should be important to us as individuals. But here we are. Um, so thank you to everybody who has watched, that is hanging out right now either on the stream over at Antagonist Relations, or that has hung out for this. Hey, we just got another $20 donation came in. Thank you so much. We're there, we're getting there. We got less than $175 left to go. We're going to try to ride this out for as long as it takes to hit that $15,000. This is my 40th hour of streaming this weekend, and every single moment is worth it. We can hit this $15,000 goal. We're so close. If you're able to give, if you're able to share on social medias, or just send an email out that just says, "Hey, my crazy friends are doing this thing. They've been doing it for 7 years. They're not going to stop anytime soon. They're close to raising $15,000 in 1 year." In 1 weekend. 55 hours is our time frame. And I don't even know that I played or ran or was present for the most, and I'm in my 40th hour, right? There are so many people that made this happen. So if you can help make it happen and get us to that $15,000 goal, yes, thank you. Just keep saying thank you. Um, I've been talking for 2 hours almost. I've been talking for over 2 hours. But there's so many good things to say about so many people. Everybody who coordinates this every year um, are just the kindest people to one another, and we get frustrated with deadlines and things moving around, or kind of not getting things done as fast as we would like every year. We'd always like to get that timeline pushed further and further into September or October, so that people can fundraise or they can start kind of advertising the games they're in. But some of it relies on this type of thing, right? This is that kind of public radio model. Like when you're down to the end of it and you are trying to reach that goal to kind of keep things going. This is a fabricated goal, right? We didn't say we're going to raise $15,000. We said we're going to raise $10,000, but then people were amazingly generous. All the players and people running went above and beyond. And so when we sat down, we said, we can do better than 10. We can do better than we've ever done before. And we're going to set it at 15 because we can do it. And at the end, as we're coming down, literally in the final hour, we're less than $175 away from $15,000. So if you can share this out, if you can send an email or text a couple friends and say, "Hey, James is doing crazy stuff, and he's in his 40th hour, and he's a little delirious, and he cut off some of his beard as part of a costume for a Zoom murder mystery. And our friends are all here, playing Fiasco in the last of 20 different games that were played this year. Do it. Take 2 minutes to share on your socials. The link below, bit.ly dot or slash known world united 2021. Pick anybody that hasn't reached their goal, and let's get this last like $170 in. It would be so cool to kind of lay our heads to rest tonight and say we raised 50% more than we thought we were going to, and we raised 5 times as much as we did 7 years ago when we started, and we raised $3,000. Playing in the offices of myself and my friend Hans and Tamer and Josh, and we kind of used our space for that very first Extra Life. Thinking about where we are now compared to where we were 7 years ago, we have spreadsheets and we track donations and we help people set goals and kind of aim big to raise all of these funds. So whether you're watching on Twitch, or you're watching on Facebook Live, or kind of anywhere else, I have so many things going on right now. If you can share this out to a couple people, or tag a couple people in a tweet, or signal boost something with Extra Life out there, even if it's not ours. Find a post or a game or something that you love, because all of this funding is going to Children's Miracle Network hospitals across the U.S. and Canada. So whether it's Gillette's here in St. Paul, or anywhere else, all of this money is going to help kids and their families that are struggling with supporting medical treatment, that can help them live long and happy lives, or to kind of ease the kind of financial burden of the kind of treatments that they're going through, and make life a bit easier. So um, I should never say so, because then I sound so final. It's 7:22 Central Standard Time. We are kind of in our 55th hour of streaming overall. We expanded from the 25 hours, the extra hour for daylight savings time a couple years ago, to an entire weekend. We've kept that going the last couple years with the pandemic on, because it allows people from all different time zones to come together, be part of the team, but also to watch the streams, to hang out and be kind of on the games, and just to generally hang out and unite around this idea that we could be raising all of these funds, and make such huge impacts in our community. And so for everybody that has healthy kids out there, for anybody that that has benefited from Gillette's over the years. We hope that we're able to, and that you're able to help us support some more kids out there. We're going to be doing some fundraising again through the end of the year. Donations are accepted through the end of 2021 for this Extra Life. So, we'll be playing games as part of our Extra Life Encore. You can search hashtag Extra Life Encore and find some of the games from last year that we played after our big weekend. But yeah, you'll see that hashtag pop up, Extra Life Encore, on our socials here on the twitch.tv/Known World United. We'll be playing down in Outlands tomorrow night, run by Ben, aka Your King Ginger. He'll be running from 7 to 9 tomorrow night, or maybe a little bit longer, with Shannon, with Worrier, with Nate, and with lovely Cassandra, playing a 5th edition game set in the City of Doors sigil that connects all of the different kind of storyline universes of the world's greatest role playing game. Um, and then we'll be streaming more. We got more things coming up. Heel Turn Radio, we've got some amazing guests coming up this fall, and we'll also be kind of putting fundraiser pieces out there. We'd love to hit $15,000 before the end of tonight, but we'd also love to hit a very special goal, 16,663 and 61 cents would put us at $50,000 raised over the last 7 years together. And so I don't know that there's a kind of um, a way to say how important that is to us, or kind of what's going on, but it's pretty amazing. Yes, absolutely. To Lady Christie. You can see our stream there. I should make myself smaller. This is a little ridiculous. But yes, you can see Lady Christie and everyone else playing over on twitch.tv/antagonist relations, playing Fiasco. So check them out. Pop over to Poppletown Mall and see the Christmas hijinks ensue. You can make a donation to Zach by going to extra-life.org, searching for Known World United or Zach Schwartz. As I said, he is one of the linchpins of how we make this happen every year, and we could not do it without him. We couldn't do it without his amazing wife, Christy, or kind of any of you. So thank you so much for all of that. You can go over, check his out. Oh, I forgot that antagonist relations was misspelled in my last one. Antagonist, not antagonist. But yes, the antagonizer, Zach, is only $75 away from his goal. I will put in. Let me see. I'll go in and get his link. Put it in there for everybody that is interested in doing it. Thank you to everybody. You've made us the 65th ranked team in all of Canada and the United States raising funds. Um, yeah, it's so amazing, and we're so close. We're so close. Oh, an auntie donation drop. Oh man, this is crazy. This is so cool to see all this happen. Um, where is Zach? Where is Zach? There he is. Beautiful Zach Schwartz. Here we go. Gonna drop a link to Zach here in the chat. Um, get some folks in there. If you can, uh, share this out. Send this out. Say, this guy who helps make everything happen for this Known World United thing that my friends do, or if you're friends with Zach, um, he's so close. $75 there, and only like 170 to go till $15,000 for our team. I will stream until we hit $15,000. At this point, we are so close, and I will not rest my head until we hit $15,000. So for everybody out there, if you'd like to see me sleep and be cogent tomorrow or for the rest of the week, let me know by making a donation to Zach. Right now, sharing out with your friends, sending a text. I am shameless at this point. I will stay until I am completely incoherent because I believe that stepping up and kind of doing this thing that all of these amazing people have done means sticking it out until we can kind of make that goal. So $75 to Zach. You can do crazy things. I believe he has ways that you can change how the game itself is going. Make those donations. Check out over the next couple months the hashtag Extra Life Encore to look for games that will be running here on twitch.tv/Known World United, or streaming on the Heel Turn Twitch, twitch.tv/Heel Turn Radio. Um, Hey, if you're watching, if you're in the chat, say hello. Say hello. It's Beard, aka James. I'm a little light on the beard right now, so James is great. If you know me, you know that I'm super passionate about Extra Life every year. This is one of the highlights of my year, if not the highlight of my year, every year. And it's so cool to see all of this happening in front of us as we get closer and closer to $15,000. Man, we can do it. We can do it. Zach can pull us through with his amazing game mastering skills, playing Fiasco over on his channel. And we can do it by having you reach out to your social friends and saying, "Hey, let's do this. Let's make it happen for all of the kids that are going on." Oh, Chrissy just said, "How's Jackbox?" Um, I am not playing Jackbox. I instead I am soloing a crazy Hullabaloo stream like I'm some sort of NPR personality. Have Fiasco on. You all look lovely. Um, yeah. Um, Classic. Classic, Christy says. It is classic. It's insanity. Um, and we're doing this. We're really doing it. And we're going to make it all the way to $15,000, or my name isn't James, Beard, etc. We're there. Oh, Nate, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Yeah, if you just want to go on the Heel Turn Radio Facebook and share the stream out, or check out my Facebook and do that. That would be amazing. This is great. It's going to take a village to make this happen. But I will be here hanging out. If anybody wants to jump on that played over the weekend, if anybody wants to jump on and talk about running games or playing games, let me know. But it's me. I'm here. It's James. It's Beard. We are streaming on our way to $15,000 for Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare. So if you are watching right now, we're so close. And some of our amazing players, team members are so close. Zach's at $1,425 of his $1,500 goal. That $75 would get us within $100 of $15,000 for the year. So if you are able to share, or just put this on your stream, put this on your Twitch, share it out, host it, put it on your Facebook. You don't even need to say anything. You just put it up there. We'll take care of it. You bring the people in, and I will humbly make the ask that if you're able to continue sharing, or making a donation, that we would be so happy. Like I said, this is hour number 41. 41 that I've been streaming since 3 p.m. On Friday. And we're making it happen. Since 1 p.m. on Friday, we've been streaming games on 6 different Twitch channels, on YouTube, on Facebook Live. And you have brought us within sniffing distance of $15,000 raised. So this is Beard. I'm on a marathon quest to get us there. We only have $170 left to go. This may be crazy. I don't know why I decided that running games was going to be a good idea. I thought that we'd play Jackbox games or something, but people are tired. Everybody's tired. We've streamed a lot this weekend. And so I'm simply asking if you can help us out, if you can make a donation to someone like Zach, or go to extra-life.org and search for Known World United. Help us out get over this fundraising goal that we've set for ourselves. We extended it from $10,000 this year and said, hell, we can do $15,000. And just by taking that leap of faith, we are within $161 of reaching $15,000. So if you want to, please share this out, send people our way. Shares of donating links generate on average $7, because someone out there, even if you've already given, even if you've already shared, somebody out there is going to see that and say, you know what, yeah, like that's something that I could do, to help out, to help kids out. So thank you in advance for all of that, and for all of this. It's so cool, like seeing numbers pop up, people come in, say hello, check in, and see how see how the insanity is going along. It's great. And if you don't want to listen to me drone on, if you want to be live during the last of 20 games, head on over to Zach's channel, Antagonist Relations, on twitch.tv. Our sister station, we have it linked in our kind of friends section down below. You can go down there and click on Zach. He's $75 away from his goal. We're $160 away from $15,000 goal. And man, seeing those pop would be amazing. And once you pop, you can't stop. So we'll be here on Known World, on twitch.tv until we can hit that. And we will find a way to get that last little bit in the coffers for Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare. Um, I don't know how people talk nonstop for this long by themselves. It's pretty insane. Um, but it's a pretty easy thing to just go ahead and do. So why not, right? If we can talk and go through. Whoa. Well, my mother is lovely. She just sent me a text that said, "I just donated. I love you. Go to bed." Oh man, this could be it. I want to see this pop up when we get there. Maybe we can even listen in. Uh,
Oh no, he'd understand. We'll leave a note.
let's see.
I think it is. This is what
Let's
you've
see.
always wanted. We can start a new life together. We can get our apartment. You can show me all of your television programs you're going on about. Rick will understand. He'll be proud of you that you took the initiative.
I'm sorry for the dead air. I'm
think he
trying to
will.
trying to let them
And
know
I'll be proud of
that
you.
we made it. Um,
Yes.
we made it. Clickety clack, clickety clack. Measuring
Alright, I'll
all
be
of
ready.
these. Uh, um,
That's fair.
hopefully you can hear them.
I love you too.
All right. I'm torn. That could be positive or negative. She's kind of testing Brett. I don't know if
Let's see.
Brett
can
is
catch
going
the
to follow
reactions.
through or betray Rick or betray Esther, or if
We are in love.
Rick is a complicated man. Only his woman understands.
Let's see.
I think that's how that song goes.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely
I
gonna
don't
betray
listen
Rick.
to the radio.
do you think it's positive for Esther?
I think it's positive for Esther.
All right, I'm gonna set up a scene where Richard has been waiting in the station wagon. He's moved all of the money into one large duffel, or he's moved most of the money into one large duffel bag. He's got a second small duffel bag of money. He's waited for Pastor Dave to show up at
Ben's trying to break in.
at the New Lighthouse Bible Fellowship. So I don't know who wants to play Pastor Dave.
So you took all the money. You like went by the
That's
van, got
amazing.
everything as well.
No, I took all the money from the camping trips.
From your scam.
All right.
You have way more money than me.
Yeah, I'm money that's.
All right, gang. We did it. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thanks to everybody who stuck it out and stuck in. I know those last minutes were a little goofy, but yeah. Thanks for sticking it out. This has been great. It's been it's always a transformative experience. Um, Thanks to everybody that supports people that are doing this for wives and husbands and family members, extended family members for doing all of this. My mom watched my dogs. They had a spa weekend, which is amazing. We did it. Yeah, baby. Thank you to Ben and everybody else. We made $15,000 to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and yeah, I think that it's a pretty amazing note to end on. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over onto our Twitch so that we can raid over to Zach's game to kind of wrap up and to thank everybody. It's really amazing to have done this this year together. So thanks to everybody who watched. Thanks to everybody who donated. Thanks to everybody who shared. Thanks to everybody who endured my rambling over the last bit. And yeah. Thank you to everybody that makes this happen and supports us every year that we do this. We hope that we can do this for many, many, many more years to come. And for everybody that had their doubts but to stuck with it. Uh, Thank you, because we wouldn't be able to do it without everybody stepping up and stepping out and contributing in every way that we've experienced that kind of generosity. So it's pretty amazing to go here to our team page um, and look at that goal and to see that we have met it. $15,009. So we will not stop till the end of the year. You can continue to donate to everyone. If you're still awake and alive, go donate. Help us get Zach to the end of his goals. He's one of the few kind of team members that hasn't quite hit it, and he does more than kind of anybody. He's only $75 away. Give to the calendar man, and check out all the other games here. Follow us on Known World United. Hang out with the Heel Turn crew. Go watch Joel tomorrow night. Check out Lady Christie's streams. We have so many great people sharing fun games. Follow us on Twitter, Known World Unite. Everybody that copy coming in. And follow us on Facebook, where we make announcements about all of our games. You can find out more information about all of our players and kind of causes just like this. It's a great thing to be able to come together, and keep a lookout for hashtag Extra Life Encore. We'll be running games weekly on the Known World United Twitch stream, DM'd by myself, by Ben, by so many others that made this happen. So take the time to check out Antagonist Relations, the end of their game coming up here pretty soon. And for everybody that's watched, thank you, genuinely. It's the time of my life to be able to do this with all my friends. So like the fantastic uh, branding there says Known World United games with friends for a cause. So from our family and our friends to yours, thank you very much. Please keep sharing. Please keep donating. Let's raise as much funds every year as we can to help kids out, because now more than ever, your donations can help change children's health and change their future. So for James, for the Known World United, thank you very much, and we'll see you next year. Bye.